Hello! Hello there, how's it going? My goodness. Hi Jay, hi Core! My goodness, having problems, hang on. Talking while the intro was running. We're gonna finalize the fantasy. Technical issues go brr. Hello there. I haven't watched the short you linked in D&D, but I almost know how it's gonna go, because I can see that the caption for it, Core, is a typical run-in with a false Hydra. And honestly, when someone makes a short about a false Hydra, they almost always follow the same pattern. They almost always follow the same pattern. So I feel like I know what that short is going to be about, even though I haven't watched it yet. False Hydras are scary. God, I forgot that I look really cool in this armor. This is a cool look. What's this pattern? I'm curious. So, if you don't know what a false Hydra is in 5e, false Hydras, funnily enough, are not actually Hydras, but they do have multiple heads, and they have this signature thing, where their song makes you forget that you saw them. Their song can erase your memory. If they eat someone, that person is erased from existence. If they eat someone, not only do they die, but the memory of them is also eaten. People forget that they even existed. So pretty much every short about the false Hydra, gaslighting Hydra, a little bit, yeah. So pretty much every short about the false Hydra generally revolves around the party being like, this doesn't make any sense. This NPC, let's go with, it's always a different NPC, but so, the mayor said that his wife was missing, and now today, he says he never had a wife. That doesn't make sense. Or something like, no, everybody in this town says that there's never been a blacksmith here, but we've definitely found what is clearly an abandoned smithy, except it's all the coals and stuff in it are still kind of warm. Clearly this was recently used, but everyone in town is saying, no, there's no blacksmith. We've tried insight checking them, they're not lying. We've detect thoughts, they're not lying that way. This doesn't make any sense. And they all turn to be like players just being like, this is bullshit, or like, the DM is like clearly just messing with us, or has, gotten their notes wrong. And then something will happen, where one of the players will realize that it's a false Hydra. It's usually like, a more experienced player suddenly it like clicks in their brain, and the short typically then ends with them just like staring at the DM in horror, and the DM just being there like, and that's how, like, 90% of shorts about false Hydras go. That's, like, the pattern that they follow. Because false Hydras are not common, They're very difficult to fight, as you can imagine, an enemy that makes you forget that it exists. So you tend to have to be pretty, you know, it is something that kind of comes out of left field because it's like it's a very rare and difficult monster, so it doesn't get used a lot, so it's not like the first thing that people leap to, you know? Of just like, oh, clearly there's a false Hydra here. It's like, nah, if you may never fight a whole. I've never fought a false Hydra. You may never fight one. So like, it just doesn't occur to you, you know? Fair. Am I somewhat in the right ballpark, Core? Is that what is that the formula that the video follows? It's always fun, especially when they realise. Yes, it's very funny. I always find shorts about false Hydras funny because they generally follow that pattern, which is players being confused, players being annoyed, realisation, horror, and then DM being really smug. I posted that because of the mayor's name. Oh dear. I see. So yeah. That's a false Hydra. But yeah, false Hydra, not an actual Hydra. But they're called false Hydras because they have multiple heads. If you want to know what a false Hydra looks like, envision the creature at the bottom of the well in Ocarina of Time. If you guys remember that. The weird like pale thing with the, you know, the long neck and the really gross, you know, and like with the chomping teeth and things like that. It's that, but like multiple heads. Hi Stanji, thanks for lurking. That's about how memes about false Hydras go. Giant boot booth? What? What are you talking about? Yeah. So yeah, envision the monster from the bottom of the well in Ocarina of Time, but with multiple heads. And that's kind of what a false Hydra looks like. Hilariously, if you Google false Hydra, actually, you scroll down a little bit, eventually you start to see images of the Ocarina of Time monster. So evidently there's been a lot of crossover now in that people just kind of interpret it as that. If you throw things into a well, a giant booba fairy, you know, shows up. What? No. The well in the which one is it? Kakariko Village in Ocarina of Time. In the town with the graveyard. I love how this Final Fantasy stream has started with me talking about false Hydras. Discordant song. Here, let me read you. Obviously, there are different versions of the false Hydra because people, like, do their own versions and tweak them. Here's an example. So, false Hydra, discordant song. The false Hydra sings a discordant song. All creatures within 5 miles are charmed by the false Hydra until the song ends. While charmed by the false Hydra, the creature cannot see or hear the false Hydra, and all memories of its presence are suppressed as if the Hydra never existed. Any resulting gaps in logic are confabulated by the target in order to preserve a logistically consistent state of affairs. For example, someone known to the target is killed by the false Hydra. The target may believe that their deceased equipment has merely gone on a journey somewhere. During a long rest, a charmed creature can make a DC 20 Wisdom saving throw. If the saving throw is successful, their subconscious mind will reach out to them in an attempt to warn them of the Hydra's presence, possibly in the form of a note scrawled while they slept, or some other means at the DM's discretion. False Hydra must take a bonus action on its turns to continue singing, and it can stop singing at any time. Obviously, because the Hydra has multiple heads, it can do a bunch of stuff. While it sings. So yeah. They're, not nice. It's kind of wild as well, because I believe false hydras are actually homebrew. They're not an official monster from Wizards of the Coast, but they gained such internet fame that they basically might as well be. Been many moons since I played, so you have to forgive me if I don't remember. Fair enough. I tried to reach out to a piece of media that I felt a lot of people might have experienced. Maybe they just want to be friends. They have multiple heads. Hence why they're called false hydras, because they have multiple heads. They don't resemble, like, lizards or anything. They're just kind of like a gross, fleshy mass. They're their own friends. Yeah. LEGO is releasing Ocarina of Time set soon. That doesn't surprise me, because they've evidently got a they've got a brand deal with Nintendo, because they've released a bunch of Pokemon sets as well for the 30th anniversary. So obviously, Nintendo and LEGO have made a brand deal together. Anyway, shall we play some FF? It raining. But yeah, I remember I came to Gridania, partly because the story did not teleport me where I needed to go, but also I came to, like, store stuff in Glamour Dresser for a bit. Right. That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna check I was about to say armor class. Nope, that's not what it's called in this game. Item level. I was gonna check my item level for the rest of the expansion. FFXIV post Endwalker. And the way I do that is I literally scroll to the end, I don't really look at the name of things, I find the latest dungeon or trial or whatever, and I check out the item level. The item level required is 625. I am the exact item level I need to be for the rest of the expansion. That is great. It means I don't have to worry about armor. Have you played a lot of the Zelda games? Quite a few, actually. Yeah, considering it's a franchise that I actually don't speak about a lot, yeah, I have actually played quite a few. I did play Ocarina of Time. I didn't have a Nintendo 64 growing up, so I actually played Ocarina of Time. The 3DS remake was my first time playing it. Because, yeah, I did not have a Nintendo 64 growing up. So, yeah. I think technically the first time I played Ocarina of Time was I went to a friend's house who had Ocarina of Time and played it on their Nintendo 64, but obviously that was just, like, them showing me a game that they liked. They didn't, like, have to save that I played, so... Yeah, I played Ocarina of Time, the, DS. 3DS. What was the first... I think the first Zelda game I played was Wind Waker on the GameCube, because I did have a GameCube. And I think that was my first Zelda game. Where is it I'm going? Here. Is there there's an airship to Razatan now, isn't there? Talks about D&D is calling stuff by D&D names. I do that a lot. I need to grind out some tombstones this weekend. Oh, fair enough. Do you enjoy any of the 2D ones or just the 3D ones? I did play 2D ones. Yes! You're unlocking memories. No, the first 3D Zelda game I played was Wind Waker. The first Zelda game I played was Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. That was my first Zelda game. I remember now. I love Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening was very good. I was very happy when the the Switch emulator added Link's Awakening, because obviously that was very nostalgic for me. Go figure, in typical me fashion, I have not finished a lot of them. I believe I finished Ocarina of Time, and I finished Wind Waker. I didn't finish Link's Awakening. I also, later in life, through various means, I later got, Oracle of Ages, which I also didn't finish, but I liked because obviously it was very clearly, like, the equivalent of, like, the same engine, I suppose you would say. It very clearly sort of, like, a follow-on from Link's Awakening, same engine kind of thing. But yeah, I played Wind Waker probably the most on the GameCube, and I finished that. I played Twilight Princess. I had Twilight Princess on the Wii. I had the Wii version of Twilight Princess. Motion controls, yeah. Fling that sword around. Did I finish Twilight Princess? I think I did finish Twilight Princess. Yeah, I believe I finished Twilight Princess. I believe I finished that one. I had Skyward Sword. So, as I said, I've played a lot of Zelda. I played Skyward Sword on the Wii. Yeah, just the Wii. Yeah, I didn't get that on the Wii U. Did that have a Wii U port? No, it didn't. Yeah, I played Skyward Sword on the Wii U. I don't think I quite finished Skyward Sword, but I got close. I think I got very close to finishing Skyward Sword. Was that the one where you had to collect the instruments? Yes, Link's Awakening was the one where you had to collect instruments. I did need to give you a bonus for recent activities I won't mention. Excuse me. Punishment for enabling me! Ha! Ha! Forbidden. Not allowed. You have already done enough. Let me get through a gift. Who would do that? Whistles nervously. Voz is not here, but I'm calling Voz out. I woke up this morning and Voz had bought me a Steam game. Just unsolicited, I woke up and I had an email which is like, you've been bought a gift. And I was like, Voz! What? You guys are very sweet. Yes. I mean, now you guys are making me want to play Zelda again. Yeah. Because, funnily enough, one of my favourite games of all time, Okami, that I played on stream a few times, when I played it, and, back, it was kind of like a cult classic, not a lot of people knew about it. So when I was, like, in college and stuff, and they're like, oh, what have you been playing lately? And I was like, I've been playing Okami. They'd go, what was that? I basically said, it's a Zelda-like, is how I explained it. I was like, oh, it's like Zelda. You progress through the game, and there's dungeons, and typically in those dungeons you will get a new ability, and then that new ability is needed to progress through the dungeon, kind of thing. Look, people, if you're gonna buy a game, at least do it on stream for the content. No! Yeah. But yeah, it's a slightly tangent towards that, Nemo. I basically... The thing I messaged you last night, I basically messaged you and then went straight to bed. So I need to talk to you, obviously, more about that later. But yeah. Anyway, before we carry on, just going to go ahead and call that, because we talked about The Legend of Zelda for 20 minutes. We found the one thing stronger than Nemo, Steam. Don't mess with Steam. Okay, don't mess with Steam.
If everyone is ready, then let us depart for Alzadal's legacy.
Oh, that's not good. At this point, the characters don't even look surprised when something like that happens. They just look annoyed. He looks surprised, but all the others are just like, what bullshit is this now?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go.
Notably, it was kind of red-orange. We've only got the fire dude left. Did you leave the stove on? I hope I didn't. I did use the stove to make lunch, so I hope I didn't.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Bowflower Isle with a boom. A massive fiend then took to the skies. Another blasphemy, we feared. But we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
Maybe that was the explosion. I'm most caught with the story. I need to grind tombstones out. I don't have the gear score for the final raid. Oh, gonna try and do the final raid, are you? Damn. Many things are more powerful than me. Steam isn't one of them. I have sent something on Steam. God damn it. There are ways. Nemo! Jesus! Why are you like this? I love you. Why are you like this?
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you.
I didn't know the price, so heck it. That's just an excuse. That's just an excuse. You know full well that doesn't cost that much. Thank you. Thank you very much. How could I know it? How could I know any? It could cost anything. How would I know? Steam won't tell me. The internet exists. The internet exists. Thank you. You're very sweet. I tried looking it up and I can find price differences. It's called SteamDB, if you need to know in the future. It's a website called SteamDB. It stands for Steam Database, and you can search for games and it will show regional pricing. You silly goober. Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm going through a tunnel. Ah, I love you. You're too kind. In the shower. Oh. Heck. Funny thing is, I know Boopus was making a joke, but now I'm like, did I leave the stove on?
Bafla Isle is connected to Al-Zadal's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
In response to Kanyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
I would discuss this further, but I left the oven on in my dentist appointment.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation of the vault, but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait. You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature was sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
Reasonable argument from Estinian? I'll see to it.
You are right, Estinian.
It's like when I used to leave the house, I had to make sure that the door was locked 3 times, even if I knew. Oh yeah, that's being neurodivergent, baby. Every time I leave the house, I gotta make sure the windows are open, the taps are off, the stove is off. Even if it's the middle of winter, I haven't opened a window in probably about 3 months. Still gotta check that they're all closed, though.
I will gather my soldiers and search the Isle for casualties.
Just open my house unlocked half the time. What?
As you wish.
Leave my house.
The
Jesus,
fiend
Stanley.
is yours. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany her?
Yeah!
Very well. Then Estinian and
No
I
request
will
for
make
payment.
Alzadar's legacy and secure the gate.
She just said, okay. Even if I'm like 5 minutes down the road, if thought creeps back in, I gotta go back. I swear to God, when we go away, I'm going to have Spook lock the house up, because if I do it, I will spend most of the holiday being like, did I lock it up correctly? So I will have to let Spook do it. Or we do it together. Honestly, sometimes repetition is just better. And actual saying, like, literally sometimes in the summer when we've had, like, all of the windows and stuff open, and, like, the sliding door, I will, like, when I go to lock the sliding door, I will lock it and put all the locks in place, and then I will, like, wiggle the handle to make sure it's locked, and I will say out loud, this door is locked! And then I say it out loud, just, this door is locked! And then I walk away. And I try to do it, like, room by room. I go to the kitchen and I'll, like, lock the back door, wiggle the back door handle, and be like, this door is locked. Leave kitchen, close kitchen door. Take photos of your phone. Jesus. Lose a video game. Look, sometimes you have to treat yourself as the NPC, okay? Sometimes you gotta. This door opens from the other. Sometimes you gotta. I can't do that right now.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
Blues Life is a video game. It really do be sometimes. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah. Badass bitches. That should be my default response for everything. You can't do that right now. I'm gonna go check the stove. Look what you've done to me. Your own fault. Doubts in my brain. Was off. Screw you. Screw you, it was off. How dare you? Doubt comes in. We know the Fiend was headed north. That still leaves a lot of ground for us few to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently. Do you have any ideas? I know some people who may have seen something. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Otherwise we will seek help from the locals. If you think it best, then very well. So, where to then? Oh, the sun's come out. The rain stopped. Great work in the encampment at the Hamsa Hatchery. If both places are to the north, then people may have seen something. Very well, I'll head to the Great Work and leave the encampment to you. How could one know? Because I went and checked, and then I went downstairs and I went, the stove is off! And then I left. And now I'm flexing with my Firebird mount. Okay, hear me out. Are you sure? The next person to say, are you sure, is being timed out. By the way, you don't have to get the game I recommended. It's your gift to do with what you want. Well, I can definitely afford it, so I don't see why I wouldn't. Bless you. Saw the lights over the Baflower remnants too, did you? We've sent scouts to investigate, but they've yet to report back. We will continue to watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. These fishermen sort of fiend emerged from the Buffalo remnants before heading north, you say? Saw what I thought was a ball of flame flung from the explosion, but so now I wonder. It flew north in the direction of Khadgar? I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. If it is in fact a fiend, then we all have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. Constant vigilance. I presume you've come to investigate the explosion of the Buffalo remnants as well. Yet to ascertain precisely what happened, is there any information you can share with us? Excuse me. Yeah, you're forcing friends down the same rabbit hole as me. Yeah, I'm good at that. A friend emerged from the explosion and flew to a fiend. Not a friend, that's the opposite. A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Khadgar, but by the sisters. Had I learned this sooner, never mind, there's no time to waste. It's Khadgar? Khadgar? Okay. Definitely do not need food. I keep thinking about WoW lately, and I really shouldn't, because that is something I definitely don't have money for. Yeah, that's what I mean. What's Khadgar doing in FF? I really like Khadgar. I really like him. I really like Khadgar. Brr. Midnight pre-patch just came out. I haven't played WoW expansions in a long time, and the thing is that I did play through the core. Like, they don't really do MSQ as much, but they kind of do. So I did play through, like, story, specifically from Mists onward, I don't really remember much of, even though I like followed the quest line through, I don't really remember much of like base game, Wrath, and Cataclysm. But I did play through them. I remember bits, but I remember going through the story in Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion. I spent a lot of time in Legion because I started playing WoW around the time Draenor came out. So I made 2 characters. I had one that was max level and one that was not. So I played through Draenor on the max level one to do current content with that. And then I played through on the alt character to do some of the story on the other, so I did both. And then I had a character to go through. Yeah, I really like Mists. I really like going through Mists. I paid for a month of WoW just to see all the stuff I used to have. I've got so much stuff. Mostly mounts, because I was a mount collector. But yeah, but I don't own... the last expansion I did was... Battle for Azeroth? Is that the one? In fact, I've already forgotten. I'm going to get through this dialogue. Must alert command at once and instruct people to seek shelter. Is there a way to the top? What do you mean? You mean to go there and investigate? Then again, you're more than capable of defending yourself. As you wish, we will leave this in your hands. The giant skull grounds is situated at the base of Kaga. I myself am not familiar with the mountain path, but the quarry workers are bound to know many. Kenta, for instance, he has worked the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you. I say, is this that thing? Is that what we're going to climb? Yeah, I did. I've played up to Battle for Azeroth, and I think probably a lot of you would probably be like, yeah, Battle for Azeroth reads, because Battle for Azeroth was all right. The zones were cool. I agree with you there. The story was all right, but there were some bits that were kind of, okay. I recall one of the rarest mounts I have is the Headless Horseman, which makes another streamer I watch rather upset as they insist it doesn't exist. I don't have the Headless Horseman mount, but I do have the Ashes of Alar. Humble brag. And the Time Lost Proto-Drake. Justvar was the coolest. Justvar was cool. And the Justvar Druids. But yeah, so I played through Miss Pandaria, really liked that. Yeah, so from Mists is where my brain kind of like remembers a lot of the WoW stuff. And then I did Draenor. Technically did Draenor twice. Did Legion. And then did Battle for Azeroth. Battle for Azeroth is where I stopped. So I don't have Shadowlands. I don't have Dragonflight, and let's be honest, Dragonflight was definitely the expansion that tested me when I was like, I could get back into WoW because I like dragons. And then obviously the War Within, and they're about to release the new one, which is Midnight, you said. So I'm 4 expansions behind. And of course, those cost money, though I think they kind of do a little bit like, FF, not in that they're like completely free, but I think WoW kind of does this thing now where if you buy the most recent expansion, you basically get all of the ones before it for free, which sucks if you're a current player, but is great if you're a new player. Oh yeah, they've got housing in the new expansion, huh? Dragonflight was surprisingly good. It's more like FF, I think. You get it with your sub. Okay. No, because you still have to buy the expansion and then buy a sub in FF. This is would you believe it's surprisingly hard to find? Of just like, okay, because obviously everything on their website is like, you know, buy the new expansion, buy the new expansion. And I'm like, what if I wanted to buy an old expansion? Returning players. Doesn't say. Subscribe? What do you get if you sub? What do you get? God, they're really good at, like, not telling you what you get. Yeah, War Within expansions sold separately, future expansions not included with War Within purchase. Damn, Blizzard. I want to play the new elf people. There's new elves to play? I haven't been keeping up, unsurprisingly. But I suppose also unsurprisingly in BFA I did make one of the little fox characters, because why wouldn't I? But then I didn't proceed to not really play them all that much. Yeah, damn. This is really hard to find a clear answer on the WoW website. I just want a clear answer. Damn, Blizzard. By the way, don't worry if you went to sleep after messaging me. I was sleeping and didn't answer back for a while. It's all good. It's all good. I kind of figured. It was late. I messaged you late. Once a climb Khadgar, you couldn't have chosen a worse time. There was an earthquake earlier and it triggered a rock slide. I'm afraid the main path to the summit may be blocked. If you're determined to go, I suggest you speak with Stramul, who climbs like a langur and knows another way up, if not the gentlest. Yeah, Dragonflight was definitely a test of our resilience. Both me and Das saw Dragonflight and were like, we like dragons! But we were very unhappy with Blizzard at the time. So we resisted. Yeah, I'm sure one day I'll go back to it. How to reach the top of Khadgar after what happened, that should be the last place anyone would want to be. But yes, I'm familiar with another route that should be passable. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and I used it to build up my courage. Though I cannot say I have the courage to brave it under these conditions, I'll take you to where the route starts, but no further, alright? Is this a dungeon? You can customize your Durgans. I know! I know! If I am going to MMO, it'll be FF.
Hello,
Fair.
can you hear me?
Ooh.
We were too late. The vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it.
Oh dear.
This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ajdaya's eye were a diversion. A means to detain us in Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Do you know who I am? You're a
Such
blue
an
cat with a
exquisite
pointed stick?
sight.
Exactly.
A canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
I feel like "Do you know who I am" is the most asked question in FF. It certainly is by the players, I feel. Every other NPC is just, bitch, you ain't shit. Yeah, it's very humbling. They keep you humble. One of Golbez's champions, I presume.
I am Rubicante, the archfiend of fire.
Rubicante.
A monster in flesh. Yet in spirit, I remain a man. A prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world. Until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation.
Archbitch of
Thus do I
fire.
walk proudly at his side to see his dream fulfilled. Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. Come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
My character, she just wanted to play her games. Few too many fights with angry players and suddenly you're a champion of light or some such. Alright then. Do you know who I am in the Warrior of Light? I've killed stronger things than you for less. I make trains bleed. Shut up and give me your cards. I want to get back to the golden source. Me, but with mounts. I'm taking this because you're not looking after it properly. I'm going to give it a proper home. Oh, I can't. Is this a trial? Oh, I've got a queue. Okay. Yay, I have to queue for a trial as a DPS. I'm gonna be waiting a while, so I guess we can keep talking about WoW. Average wait time 17 minutes. Do you want friend? I will appreciate friend, which may help us get through queue faster. Can you tank or heal? Speaking of mounts, I have a griffin now. Ooh, nice. Which one? The brown? I assume the brown one? Or did you do the beast quest and get the white one? Hi, Fo! Hi! How's things? It's been a while. Funnily enough, we're back playing Ace Attorney again. We're playing the second Ace Attorney on Sundays. Boopies plays FF and isn't on my friends list. What heresy is this? I know, right? I can heal, hold thine horses. Very well. I shall withdraw. Thank you very much for the assistance. Love the second one. Nice. We're on the circus one. We're on the circus one. Although I will acknowledge, I think Sunday stream is going to be a bit of a weird one this week because we have stuff that we have to do. I actually need to talk with Spook about that. Bad time for me to be like, we're playing Ace Attorney! We might not be playing Ace Attorney this week. But, yeah. I'm drunk right now, I'm leaving a restaurant, so I'm very tipsy. Oh, well, I hope you had a nice time. Do you have a nice meal? Not the circus one. Yeah, the circus one. The circus one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to Spook about that. I'm very busy until February 8th, which is when I have my big exam. Oh, I hope it goes well. I should start tanking again in FF. FF always needs tanks. Had one massive Long Island iced tea, so not the fuck out. I'm just waiting for my cab. Fair enough. Take care. I was about to be like, Jesus Christ, the epic edition of the new expansion for WoW is £80. You get 3 mounts with it. They're all kind of the same, but you get basically a light version of a mount, a dark version of a mount, and then you get a mount which is both of them combined. What server am I travelling you to again? Shiva. Shiva. Yes, Shiva. It's in the top corner. Thanks, spoopies. This will probably still be quicker than if I just queued. You should eat the famous Japan honey toast. It's not what you think. I mean, it can be in part, but honey toast is so much more. Look it up. Ooh, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I think part of me is very excited about the food. There she is. Imagine if that wasn't you. I know, right? Right, we're doing Rubicante. Right. Okay. Average wait time, less than 5 minutes. There we go. We shaved 10 minutes off by adding a healer to the party. Cab's here. See you when I get to the Hostel Dome. Also, Honey's Peak. I got this honey glazed chicken today. I do like it. I frequently put honey in my tea. I do enjoy it. Yeah. Oh, those mounts look pretty. Ironically, my there are two main things that are preventing me from playing WoW. Like, actually preventing me. Which is, one, I can't afford it, and two, I don't have enough hard drive space. I would have to uninstall one of the MMOs I currently have installed. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Games are big, guys. Games be getting big. Oh my god, there's a mount pack for WoW, which is a black and white raven. Oh, they've got little jackets! I gotta stop looking at mounts. Imagine not having a 4 terabyte hard drive. Hey! Try to buy one in this economy. I put one on throne. Opens up PC. Sees my gaming hard drive in the red. Eee! I got mine before AI. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Hi, Hope. How you doing? I got my beef PC just before AI and the RAM shortage, thanks Stanji. Everything is before AI and after AI. No, it fucking sucks. Oh. The NVMe SSD throne. Whatever it was you advised me to get, I put on throne. The one that's nearly 300 pounds. It's nearly 300 pounds for a 4 terabyte. But yeah, I put the one that you advised on my throne because I was like, I sure as hell can't afford to get that, but no one can afford to get that right now because computer parts suck. And I'm more concerned about saving for the trip. So yeah. Two things that are limiting me. One is a monetary barrier and one is a physical barrier of I need a PC parts. So as much as I sit here being like, I want to go play well, I literally cannot, so I might as well stop thinking about it. Apparently AI people are very upset that AI isn't making money. Well, go figure. Jesus Christ. Storage is going up in price recently. Everything's going up in price. They apparently lost like 14 million billion on it so far. Good, I hope they lose more. If we don't get a Japan yapping stream, I might cry. I mean, I'll definitely talk about it when I come back. I sure as hell am not streaming while I'm in Japan. Absolutely not. I'm also of this opinion, fuck 'em. Yeah, fuck 'em. Lose more money. Suffer. People realise there is money to be made in AI, but not that much, so when people realise that they try and make money back by selling AI to others, the bubble grows and grows and it's repeated. Yeah, that's why people keep wanting to keep using the phrase the AI bubble will pop, because it will, because people will reach a point. It will reach a breaking point. You can't just keep pumping money into something and not get any money back. At some point, people will cut their losses. They'll go, at the moment it's sunken costs of like, I've put too much into this to back out. At some point, they will have no choice but to back out. Because they will have no money. I meant like a story time. Yeah, kind of, much like after I got married, I did have like like a 2-hour stream in VR chat of me just talking about the wedding and getting married and stuff. I will likely do the same. Someone making bank, but it's like a pyramid stream. Yeah. Drop by to say hi. Hi, Voz! Thank you for the gift again. You didn't have to. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Things that are cheaper on my throne would be things like books. If anybody hasn't looked there for a while. I haven't been pushing it because everybody's going through hard times. But yeah, there's a lot of books on my throne at the moment. I recall they did a thing saying they were worried about people start getting upset about them using so much electricity on basically nothing. Yeah, people are already upset about that. They're not going to, they already are. We're upset that they're wasting electricity, and we're upset that they're wasting water on cooling. Oh, there we go. There we go. Light party. Full party. I code genuinely for a lecturer and a teacher gives me like a 17, someone puts whatever from AI and gets 100 and I'm like, ah. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Hopefully the bubble bursts for them as well.
You stayed the course, as I knew you would. As too will I. Come!
Mystical Ruby Canty, I didn't know you were available, I'm sorry!
The Archfiend of Fire has no equal.
I didn't know you were free! All onto your butt, this fight is no joke. Ah, shit.
The glory of fire. Flames to lick at your heels.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Ugh, there are lines on the floor. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Not that, apparently.
Darkest flames to me.
So we'll walk around like this.
Naught but ash will remain.
So many lines and triangles. Mm-hmm. I've gotten out of the habit of calling people for dungeons and trials because I just assume people aren't free. Oh shit, there's shit everywhere! There's shit everywhere! Holy fucking shit.
Flames to lick at your heels.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's what that means. Oh dear.
Darkest flames to me.
Okay, that's gonna spin, so that's gonna go here. There we go. Got it.
Naught but ash will remain.
She's getting it. You gotta see it at least once, otherwise how do you know what you're gonna do? You gotta fail it a couple of times. Ooh, don't stand on that.
All will burn. Allow me to show you real flame. You've strength.
This song is a banger.
Pride. But will it be enough? I am one with the flame. You are the first to behold this form.
The
flames rise higher.
Okay.
Look now on my essence made pure.
Okay, we're spinning, we're spinning.
Destruction incarnate. To ashes with you. Come, oh God.
Double tank buster, yikes. Look at these guys standing up at size. They know exactly what they're doing. Thank goodness. Gotta say, I'm not touching the flip button because that sure as hell looks like a ledge you can fall off of.
flames to lick at your heels.
That needs to... Over... Oh, I didn't get there in time. I'm in the worst place! I'm in the middle! I needed to go over there.
Darkest flames to me!
Oh my god, Boopies with the rescue! Boopies! Let's go! Jumping in this fight's a bad idea, Cecilia, Red Mage player. I figured. Boopies! You did it! Oh my god, look at you. You look so cute. Look at her, everybody. She... Thanks for the help, Boopies. Good luck with whatever's next. Thank you. Thanks for helping me get through the queue. That fit is incredible. It's great, isn't it? Look at her, everybody. She... Yeah. Right, your beck and call if you need more queue speed. Oh, thank you, darling. It's mainly needed for trials. Thankfully, with dungeons now, I can use trust for most dungeons. So there is that. But yeah, thank you so much for the help. Yay! Perfectly timed. Aww. Right. Thank you. I'm gonna see what happens next.
It seems I was a step too slow.
To defeat all of us archfiends, you are strong indeed.
Now we've fought the Rubik's Cube, I can go pee. Go piss, Queen! Thank you for being healer. Is it the Golbez seeks?
You would know my lord's true purpose. Very well. The knowledge will not change the outcome. Listen then, and learn how all began.
Oh.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath. Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains.
Thanks for lurking, Curls.
But you are different. You remember who you were, and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope. No freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth. The Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
14? Yeah, 14.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own.
He said the thing.
Count me in.
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause.
He loves doing that, doesn't he? So dramatic.
A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
And thus did we begin our great work.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the Source?
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew.
Mm-hmm.
In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Honey, like, it's just like, I want to die. Mm-hmm. I can assist with that.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world.
Yay.
Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
We're going to the moon again! There are no original ideas! This is just Final Fantasy IV!
To be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart.
Did you know there are dragons on the moon? That's a
A
fact.
desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
Well then, while you're there you can visit the bunnies and unlock the crafting area. Mm-hmm. There are dragons in space. Yeah, did you know there are dragons on the moon? I've known this for years, guys. This is not new information. Play Final Fantasy IV. Dragons on the moon. My inquiries delayed me. I'm not accustomed to conversation. I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there are a better way. Yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. I want to know why I feel this way, why this fire burns in my breast. God's revel, lands tremble, that's the name of the patch! Introducing more crafting on another planet as well. Oh my goodness. So much crafting opportunities. There's nothing more for us here. What of Azadal's legacy? Has there been word from Y'shtola and the others? It's kind of destroyed. I see. Frustrating, perhaps, but better than the gate be destroyed than used to unleash more void scent. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others. We're going to need to make our own. Our own portal, I mean. I know I've said it before, but it still amuses me that it's cheaper to teleport to the moon than it is to Asian land. I thought they were gonna fix that. I say fix, a change. It's not like it was broken, but it's like I thought they were going to change that. Though, mind you, this is coming from me, a person who will, as you can see, walk anywhere if she can. I could be wrong. This is similar in price. $1,100. It's curry night. Ooh! What kind of curry will you be having? Why walk when you have two-wheeled vroom vroom? Why walk when you have dog? Or Dargan? Or bird? Much better. It's good to see you've both returned hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago and already with the satrap. Shall I show you in? Yes, please. The lamest curry butter chicken. It's not lame, it's tasty! Maybe they did change, I just didn't notice. Yeah, I think it was changed at some point. Because it used to be, like, maxed out, wasn't it? It was, like, 999 to, like, teleport there. She's like, ah, yes, dragon. I knew this, but also,
right.
ah.
Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain?
Well.
Golbez aspires to deliver void scent unto the source.
Let's go! Fo, thank you for subscribing for 3 months in advance as well. Damn! Thank you so much. It's very kind of you.
Where they may die and return to the life stream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our people would be beyond unconscionable.
You keep forgetting otherwise. Aww, thank you, darling. Very much appreciated.
Indeed. Void Scent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
You can't let that happen.
Certainly not. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Indeed. Rubicante have deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Mm-hmm.
Kenyatso's faint. That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
I'm sure we can do something about that. Surely.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
He must have a blind spot right in front of him, from both this horn and his tusks.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
That's why a sub like I do, I can't be asked to remember to keep it up. It's all appreciated. The continued support keeps me going. How about a little training? That's definitely the Exa answer.
Rest assured, I never shirk my training. I will be ready for whatever awaits.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further payment. I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
It's called friendship!
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I wonder if he's adapted his head movements in battle to account for the blind spot. Probably.
I will not fail you again, sister.
No. You can't just talk shit about people's tusks. I'm not saying they're bad tusks. Before you leave, I would once more express my gratitude. By your hands has Thavnir been saved yet again. Before you deliver my people, you helped me rediscover hope. When the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time. May have lost the gate in Alzadal's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void, and together we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength. I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve this end, Golbez has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme, but no matter what he plots, we shall do the utmost to see that he does not succeed. That's the end of the patch! Time for a cutscene! The moon! Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th. Oh no, there she is!
Cagnazzo and Rubicante have joined with the Great Flow.
Those jokes about all the FF cutscenes weren't kidding, there really are so many. Yeah, but it's a good story, I don't mind. I like watching the cutscenes.
In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection. But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon, I shall walk alone.
Oh, I didn't register that the actual, like, thing was in the shape of that symbol. Ugh.
At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star. And the end to my suffering.
Well then. Well then. Exit, it's good to see you. Have you any news from Old Charlayan? So, just to clarify for those unsure, this is where there would have been an IRL gap of several months. We are now on a new patch, so often the game actually acts like several months have passed in universe. Usually, when that happens, so that's why it's oh, it's good to see you, even though I've not moved. So, just a little clarification there. I've yet to hear from Y'shtola regarding her research for a means to return to the Void. I must confess her silence has left me feeling restless. Where the frick have you been? I've been looking after my chocobos. Nor am I alone in this. Estinian has such a great excess of energy that he's been helping to train our soldiers with nary a grumble. As for Zero... No, you haven't. I've seen the stable. I've got my own place. It's empty. I'm not keeping my chocobo in a stable. He likes to be out in the wild. Is something the matter? No, Exa paid us a visit, and so I was appraising her, of recent developments, or the lack thereof. You heading somewhere? Had to clean it last night. Well, that's your problem, because my chocobo don't use it, so evidently your chocobo's the one making it a mess. Aye, to replenish my aether. You mean eat? Would you like to come? No, she's learning. A rare but most welcome invitation, timely too, I might add. I myself was thinking of venturing into the city. It would be my pleasure to join you. You will accompany us, of course. Come then, I've an errand to run at the bazaar first. Miss Friend of Bird. I am Friend of Bird. I'm more qualified than you. I know what I'm about. I've been picking up some more spice. Mary told me to do so before my next visit. Mr. Zero's quite the tolerance, you see. The sisters we know, we Hanish are fond of spicy food, but I doubt any of us could keep up with her. Just the spices that we normally have on high and the mayhem can't quite satisfy her, which is why I'm happy to provide what they need to achieve more rigorous flavours. Now then, a variety being the spice of life, perhaps you'd like to choose something extra to blend with Mistress Zero as usual? It'll help to keep things interesting, what do you say? Fine by me, you can appreciate the nuances of this world's sustenance far better than I can, I expect. She loves spicy food! That's really sweet. I don't know why. I don't know why. Bright red in colour, the powder is just hot to look at. They will likely induce a healthy sweat when consumed. Let's have a look. Black corns, that's going to be pepper. These corns tickle your nose, they're pungent yet enticing aroma. One can imagine them blending dishes and appetizing accents. These tiny husks give off a citrus-like scent. Perhaps they imbue dishes with a zesty note. These flakes appear to have been grated from a thick root. The sharp aroma suggests a bracing flavour. So yeah, it's the red powder. We're after spice. Fine choice, but don't take my word for it. Here, have a taste. Zero may wish to observe your reaction. It would be considered to sample the spice in her presence. You tentatively place some of the spice on your tongue. A veritable blaze engulfs your mouth. Your reaction speaks volumes. That will suffice then. Always a pleasure, Mistress Zero, and do give Myriad my regards. Rather off topic, but I've decided on my next alt I'm going to make her an Arcanist and go mostly magic classes. Fair enough. What is the joke? I don't know yet. Oh, fair enough.
My usual, please. But with this spice.
Of course, Zero. It would be my pleasure. Well now, this is enough to make a whole kettle of your special curry.
That's why she ain't made yet. Fair enough.
I don't need that much.
Spice, Dune reference / Jake. Mm-hmm. Do you spice? Do you spice?
Rest assured, it's easy enough to make a serving just for you. Or we could make the kettle and share it. There would be enough not only for your companions but other diners as well. I dare say everyone will be delighted.
Very well. A full kettle, then.
Aww.
Excellent. We'll prepare it at once.
Beyond being called Banicular. Fair enough. Don't know if that one
Your
hit.
Excellency and our esteemed adventurer, are you happy to try a bowl of Zero's curry? We can make yours milder if you prefer.
Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot fully appreciate the flavor with this vessel. Another time, perhaps.
And now I'm
Do not
envisioning a
hold back on
dragon
my
eating
account, my
curry.
friend. Eat and enjoy.
Then I'll have his ex. Fuck it, Exa would be the one to go, I'll have his helping. Me, I would be a baby and just be like, no, that'd be too spicy for me. But Exa would say, fuck it.
Understood. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
One sec, sorry. Probably it's just a reference to a kid's book from back when kids read books for curry fucks, though, Indian in India. Mm-hmm. Very fair. I assume rhythm isn't hitting either, as I haven't had a comment about it. Oh dear, that's a shame.
It gladdens me to see you taking to life in Radzathan, Zero. In the area of our cuisine, not least of all. Spicy dishes have long been favored in our sultry clime for their ability to whet the appetite and cool the body. Of course, spices also have the effect of preserving foods, which makes them highly coveted in foreign lands. All of this has given rise to a thriving spice industry, and the wealth it brings has allowed our nation to prosper while maintaining its neutrality.
So you trade your spices? Seems rather more complicated than trading in ether.
In the beginning, This land was no more than refuge for me.
In the Beninging.
But now it is my home, and the people of Radzathan my beloved children. Together, we build this vibrant nation. And naught would please me more than to show it to my sister one day.
Thriving spice industry and East India Company reference. Probably, but with less slavery. Still, I'm having fun going back through the content as a class I hadn't used much of yet. That's fair. Glad you're enjoying it.
Vibrant. Rubicante said the same when he described this world. A reminder of all that has been stolen from us. What many who remember doubtless yearn to take back.
In the Beninging. In the Beninging.
Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Nonetheless, it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. As I told Rubicante, as I found myself moved to speak, I still do not understand what made me feel this way, nor what compels you mortals to help one another. But I hope to someday.
Again, this is the game being like, hey, IRL, there was like a several-month gap, so we're just going to do a very brief recap.
We too hope that you will find the answers you seek. What is going on?
What's happening?
Oh no.
Compliments of Mistress Zero, the Satrap's honored guest. We are serving a special curry for anyone who wishes to partake. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, by all means, I'd welcome the challenge.
Sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
This is going to be incredibly silly, isn't it?
It burns! It burns!
Oh no.
To better maintain the facade, the alchemists ensured that my vessel was capable of consuming food. However, I fear Zero's curry would test the limits of their design.
Apologies for the delay. Please relax and enjoy your meal.
Relax. I don't have time for that. I've been waiting for this.
Her reaction of just like, whoa. Food.
Let's replenish our ether.
Look how eager she is. Yes, with the naan as well. Mm-hmm. Everyone's just dead. Everyone's dead. And I've got a glass of milk. My whole life flashed before my eyes. I thought the spices we picked were perfect.
I trust you have eaten your fill.
Hands on the table, I love Zero, she's so real. She's great. She's a great character. Gib curry, yay. It's funny that you're also having curry tonight, Poopies. We're having lasagna. Spook loves a curry, but I feel like if I suggested, he'd be like, maybe not, because he's not been well lately. So I feel like he'd probably err on the side of caution of probably a good idea not to upset my stomach. Except I will not be dying. Lasagna is good though. Yes, it's homemade. I made it myself. It was good. I'll make a good
I
lasagna.
shall have Merit prepare a meal for us to take to Estinian. I suspect he too is overdue a replenishment. By this hour, he will have retired to his chambers at Magaduta. Come, let us pay him a visit.
Do we get to see how Estinian handles spicy food? I bet Ishgard doesn't have a lot of spicy food, let's be real. There's a korma lasagna in the store once and I was like, oh my god, that's science has gone too far. Spicy curry has left you slightly flushed and set your heart racing. Whatever challenges await you, you're ready to face them head on and with feeling. Nice. Spicy circulation! I've got a buff! Korma lasagna, Britain is imagining things they couldn't even think of. I know, right? Truly, the food crimes in this country. Oh dear. Music here is killing me, by the way. Really? It, like, good or bad? Good, it's very Hollywood imagines Bollywood, it rocks. Hey, nice. We like good representation. Yeah, I'm sure you've gathered what this zone is sort of based on. This entire area. Welcome back. Master Estinian, yes, he's returned to his chambers. I'll be happy to escort you. Estinian! I can't wait. I really hope we get to see him eat curry. I want to know what his reaction is.
Estinian, are you there? We've brought something for you.
I enter.
Squid masala from the Mehane. I thought you might enjoy it.
This cutscene! I forgot about it. Ah! My! I figured it was Indian-based given the accents, but I wasn't sure. It's fun given that I know nearly nothing of FF. Yeah! Not the push-ups, what is the Yakuza cutscene, right? This entire cutscene's been so silly, which is nice. Yeah, this FF game in particular, a lot of the different, like, zones, it does try to give them the flavors of being sort of like different regions / different countries. And like the joke is that we refer to Kagane as anime Japan. And so, yeah, that's why I was like, well, Estinian's from Ishgard, and it's like, well, Ishgard is like this northern kind of like, you know, it's got this very gothic architecture, it's very snowy there, and I'm like, they're not gonna have spices in Ishgard, so I'm like, is Estinian gonna be a poor white boy who cannot have spicy food? Or is he gonna be okay?
Masala, eh? I'd prefer my squid dried. But I'm sure it won't disappoint. My thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Idle as I am in our sorceress's absence, I see. I can't offer much in the way of entertainment, but make yourselves comfortable.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure the entertainment is gonna follow. They didn't have to put these sweat drops. Looks up and down.
Shall we disrobe as well?
For God's sake, put a shirt on. They did not have to make him so sweaty. X is like, huh? Huh?
He will make himself presentable at once, I am sure.
I'm sorry, but that frame needs to be screenshotted and just captioned "gay panic." Because in our friend group, Exa dating Iffy. So, women. Cover him up, slut! Oh, do we not get to see him eat? Boo! I've been robbed. I've been robbed. This is so unfair. No!
Lost. We've been looking for you.
If they're back, that means we don't get to see him eat. We were robbed! Angry? We were robbed.
My friends, tell me, were you able to devise a way to return to the 13th?
I believe so. It required a visit to the moon, where I took the opportunity to enlist Orionge's assistance.
Casually. Not the other moon. White boy moment curry is real in my heart. I know, right? I'm sure the fandom somewhere has done something about that. There's going to be fan art or like a video that someone's made of just like here's Estinian eating his curry.
Ishtola hath told me all. I should be glad to help you free Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Hi, Orionge, we've missed you.
If Rubicante spoke true, both Golbez and Ashdaya are on the moon of the 13th. Unlike here in the Source, however, we have no means of making the journey from the surface of the star itself. The technology simply does not exist. Therefore, I propose that we employ a gate to deliver us directly to our destination.
Mm-hmm.
Is such a feat possible?
Sure.
In theory. Having once been a single hole, the Source and its reflections share striking similarities in geography. And according to a certain someone who unceremoniously whisked us away to the first, the same locations across the worlds are intrinsically bound. All of which is to say, were we to pass through a gate on the Source's moon, it should lead us to the moon of the 13th.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Of course, there is the risk of Voidsent gaining entry to our world. Thus did I decide to seek Orionge's counsel.
Both the Watcher and the Loporrits are aware of our proposed endeavor. While they are yet deliberating precautionary measures, they have pledged their full cooperation.
I do like that Estinian's glaive is just up against the wall. Yeah, it's just where he put it.
You've been busy. I presume you've also found a way to open this gate.
Be it in Radzat-Han or Sharlayan, scholars have long cast their gaze unto the endless dark of the void. And so, with Harnish insights to augment our knowledge, we have indeed conceived of a promising plan to pierce the veil. A plan I am confident will succeed, precisely because the moon is our stage. The preparations will be extensive,
and we will require vast quantities of ether.
Mm-hmm.
After all, our gate must be large enough to accommodate another great worm.
That's true.
My proposal entails delivering copious amounts of ether to the Tower of Babel in Garlemald.
Mm-hmm.
As you will recall, Fandaniel used the structure to destroy the Brand's imprisoning Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
And we, in like manner, will use it to channel ether to the moon, and thereby open our gate.
Seems
I
well thought
see.
out.
Then we shall need someone on the moon for the necessary rituals.
Just so, Your Excellency. I intend to head back anon for that very purpose, as well as to help devise our strategy to deal with invading Voidsent. Along with our lunar allies, we will once again require the assistance of your alchemists, Nidana not least of all. May I trouble you to serve as their escort?
Fine by me. The room was beginning to feel constraining.
For my part, I shall oversee the requisite tasks on the star. Might I prevail upon you for your assistance?
If all are in agreement, then let us set to work. We'll open our gate, and we will stop Golbez.
The Dark Throne. That's the name of the patch that we're in. That sure was a cutscene, wasn't it? Right. Going ham. If one and all are ready, then let us set forth our preparations to complete. If I may, I beg a moment to exchange this vessel for its grown counterpart. It is in the keeping of the alchemist of the High Crucible. Of course, we shall accompany thee thither, and thence begin our journey. Yes, he always speaks like that. I'm gonna have to leave to study, but I hope your grinding, if there is any, goes well. I'm not really grinding, I'm just doing the main story, but thank you. And thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Hope to see you again. I hope the studying goes well. My apologies for the delay. My, that is a striking simulacrum indeed. Well suited to the work ahead, I doubt not. Allow me to explain Ystola's plan in greater detail. As you know, we seek to open a void gate in Mare Lamatorum, that we might gain direct passage to the moon of the 13th. Whilst our comrades labour upon the moon, we must needs accomplish two tasks. The first is the procurement of a substantial quantity of aether, and subsequently delivery of it unto the Tower of Babel. Said structure was once used to siphon the land's essence by way of the Telopheroi spires. Such a method, however, doth pose an unacceptable risk to the greater ethereal balance of our world, thus we must seek an alternative means of conveying our requisite resource. Our second task doth pertain to the use of the Tower of Babel itself. You may recall that this portal unto the moon was placed under the supervision of the Ilsworth contingent. If we would employ it to different ends, we must first obtain the contingent's express permission. I would like to believe they would not refuse us, so perhaps we should concern ourselves with the Aether problem first. Have you had any idea whence we might source the vast quantity needed? Probably gonna sleep off the drinks, to be honest. Fair enough. Make sure you drink water. That will help. Have a big old glass of water. A likely location doth come to mind. Let's make for the airship landing. There I shall reveal more. Whence? I like how I walked off in the cutscene, but I'm still here. All are present and accounted for? Excellent. We shall travel to Charlayan and thence seek the nearby Isle of Ham. Near to the surface of this isle do rivers of Aether converge. The churning energy of this confluence is released by way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by Aether harvested from the isle. But as you well know, an alternative power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage unto Ultima Thule to the very limits of existence was facilitated by naught less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Ham's vast Aether deposit remain untouched. We may help ourselves to that energy, provided we are able to secure the Forum's permission. Yet again, with needing permission, nothing is straightforward in this world. Nope. Such is the nature of politics, I fear, and as the Science of the Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded, no longer are we a recognised collective, a somewhat disadvantaged position, bureaucratically speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognised and respected body upon which we shall prevail, the students of Baldessian. Upon arriving in Charlayan, let us speak with our friends in the Orcs. Oh, so this time you bring me over here. Welcome back, Exa. What brings you here today? And in such colourful company. Greetings, Ojika. On this occasion, we have come to seek the students' assistance in a matter of some urgency. In that case, you'll want to speak with Kryl. She's in the main hall, sourcing through our archives. There's a visitor in with her at the moment, but it's no one you don't know, so feel free to show yourself in. Hey, it's our bun friend.
Well now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends. As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. 'Tis I, Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
Oh!
No mind. I merely accompany them.
She's just like, oh! A dragon just walked into my house.
I pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erenville occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see.
Good, healthy bit of gossiping. Keeps you in the know.
From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
What is this King Moogle poster?
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
No, it isn't guildship business, but rather... homecoming.
Homecoming?
But enough about me. You have business too, yes?
Foreshadowing.
And I'm in the way.
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage. To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
Damn.
An invasion from the 13th? Must the stakes always be so dramatic?
Mm-hmm.
You have a knack for finding trouble. If gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession. It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission.
Yes. And the Forum is always so helpful.
Very well. The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance. Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
Not given last time.
We are truly grateful.
Saving the world and all that.
If I may.
Mm-hmm.
According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Ham was to power the Ark. Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Nor do I think any gleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction. Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charley and Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's propulsion system. You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the Forum's verdict.
We may well do just that. Our gratitude for thine advice, and may this threat be but a memory upon thy return.
You're quite welcome. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl, and hie ourselves to Labyrinthos.
Right then, time to put our best foot forward. Oh. A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance.
Poor Cryle.
And what have we here? Later, Cryle, later. You've work to do.
Foreshadowing! Because, of course, while we are still dealing with this problem, we are also building up to the next expansion. Sorry, what is this? Hang on, what does this unlock? If it's dark blue, it unlocks something. A mission to What does this unlock? Myths of the Realm quests. I don't know. It unlocks a bunch of things. Oh, Myths of the Realm is a raid. Ah, this is a raid chain. That's related. And another one here. The Crystal from Beyond. What do you unlock? That's Pandemonium. Okay, I know that Pandemonium is a raid. Okay, so those are both raids. Yeah, those are both things for another day. Ah, yes, it's raining. We need more mounts that do, like, spins. We need more mounts that do that while you fly them. Gay Pandemonium is the extreme version of Gay Panic. Visitors? Oh, how delightful. If you require assistance, then ask away. It just so happens you caught me in post-deadline bliss. Forgive us the abruptness of our inquiry, but 'tis our understanding that thou art had charge of Ragnarok's propulsion systems. We should like to know how Aether harvested on the Isle of Ham was going to be stored and transported to the Ark, if the disclosure of such information is permitted. Oh, it's no bother at all. We built special tanks that can store Aether just like we can use casks to store wine. Simple, really. Simple, but quite brilliant in construction. They rivaled even crystals for ethereal capacity. A pity we never got to use them. Ah, how muddled and distant the memory, when Doom's deadline loomed large and we extricated ourselves from waist-high mire of work, only to end up chin-deep in another. I was at one with the world, a conduit for the energies of creation, but now I am truly alive. Who would have thought that sleeping in a bed and eating warm meals could make such a difference? I feel positively functional! I dare say it rivals the thrill of dancing on the knife edge of failure. Ha ha ha! Yeah. We are glad for you, quite. On the subject of the Aether tanks, do you know what became of them? What did become of them? For the life of me, I can't seem to remember. Oh, but I do remember someone who might remember. We should have been back by now. Just look for the fellow wearing an outfit that screams, "I've been on vacation and you haven't." Very well, we should seek out this conspicuous colleague of thine. Our sincerest gratitude, Margaret, and do look after thyself. Come, let us seek out this individual attired in a manner suggestive of recent furlough. I don't like the word furlough because it's very strongly has connotations to the pandemic. Nothing wrong with what it means, it's just how the association of it. Yes. The face that launched our teeny tiny toy boat! How have you been, Exa? Able to catch a bit of rest? Well, if I don't know about the Aether tanks, who in God's name would? Braygots? Born in me very own workshop they were. It's our explosion friend. Pleasure as always, Master Kokol. I trust that thy respite proved rejuvenating. And then some, but I won't bore you with the details, at least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little old tanks? Permit me to explain. Furlough? I assume you're unhappy about being low on fur. Do you actually not know about furlough? Did the US not have furlough? That wouldn't shock me, honestly, if you didn't have furlough. I see. I think I've got the long and short of it. Goes without saying, but we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our Aether tanks, then they're at your disposal. There's just one problem. You need the Forum's approval to set foot on the Isle of Ham. Were it up to me, you'd be on the next ship out, but that lot can't wipe their asses unless it's in accordance with procedural motions. You may be assured that my backside is immaculate. Valak Stumpin dies, Master Foshno and Scholar Montier. Well, what a surprise! Pardon the intrusion. The Forum has deliberated your petition, and we decided to deliver our verdict directly. We have been granted special dispensation to travel on to the Isle of Ham for the purposes of etheric extraction, on one condition. On account of its rich deposits of aether, the Isle is home to throngs of vicious beasts. We ask that you cull any such creatures you encounter. This is going to be a dungeon, isn't it? That's all. Given the vast amount of aether we seek, I suspected a far higher price. Oh, believe me, we do not underestimate the value of what you desire. Nay, we simply owe the students of Baldessian and their esteemed collaborators a depth of gratitude. We felt that expediting your request was a suitable way to repay it. Debt of gratitude. You've taken the liberty of arranging your passage to the Isle of Ham. Your vessel awaits in Scholar's Harbour. Why did I pronounce it that way? Scholars. Then I'd better get those Aether tanks loaded onto the airship. We're ready to take them where you need, assuming it's safe. I shall head back to the annex, but should you need anything else, don't hesitate to call. I know what furlough is, okay. My usual, I can't tell if you're joking. I tried to make it funny, okay. It's snowing? Okay. It's snowing.
Bound for the Isle of Harm. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect. If you're ready to depart, then so am I. Just say the word.
Is something the matter?
I did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
Hey, it's your boy! Hey, Thancred. He had to call his boyfriend.
'Tis good to see you.
If it isn't Varshan. They do grow up so quickly. Urianger tells me we have a host of exciting new tribulations to face. And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtable skill at arms, Thancred may also serve as a mentor in those matters that trouble thee.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by that?
I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
Humph. Is this a dungo? Is this a dungo then, now that we've got the extra person so that we can do a trust party? There it is. Okay. Right. Now the question is, do I do this dungeon? Because I have 15 minutes left on stream. Also, I need to pee, which means I more accurately have 10 minutes. Although I don't need to prep dinner because we're having the lasagna that I'd already made. So maybe I will do the dungeon. Okay. Right. Okay, so two things. One, I need to go to the bathroom. Two, I'm going to see if Curls is available. And if both of those things go, we might do the dungeon. Also, Spooker's just come home. So that is also an ideal time for me to be like, hey, do you mind if I do a dungeon? So yeah, I'm gonna go bathroom. First things first, I'm gonna go bathroom. I will be back. Hello. The first thing I come back to is apparently Urianger smashes because he's got baddies with both sexes. He can be a bisexual king. Good for him. The answer to the question is no, I will not be doing the dungeon today. We will leave that for next week. Well, because I will not have time, basically. Spook is home. So I'm gonna go unlock those 2 quests that I just saw. Kels has abandoned her wife. I know, right? Imagine. She's out reigning the night or whatever. I don't know. I've never actually played the game. Of course. And then this is the hunt vendor. For the stuff that is eye level 600, so that's lower than what I currently have. There's another thing over there. There's so much shit to unlock everywhere. Jesus Christ. Oh, the Wandering Minstrel. That's going to be the extremes. Probably worth unlocking stuff for purposes of doing stuff with the free company, and I guess when Moogle events occur. And Moogle's like, hey, go do this thing, and I'm like, I don't have that unlocked. I don't know what that is. She is indeed reigning the night. So let's just unlock a bunch of stuff. Because we're not at the stage to really do dragon mounts yet, are we? I think based off the history, we theorised that this year they would announce a new expansion, but it probably wasn't going to release this year. Wasn't that what we theorised for FF? Yes, stares directly at the sun. Unlocking all the things. If we want to grind mounts, I'm down. Not now, obviously, but still. Yeah, obviously. But I just said of, like, I don't believe we're at the stage where we can, even if we unsync it, right? They're talking about 8.0 already, so, yeah, I assume it's going to be announced, but it might not be released this year. Yes, I am skipping all of this. Don't be mad at me. I know these things. Because it's all bosses that we've already done. Rubicante, we just did him. You're in the level 90 area, so unsynced. It can probably be done with 2 to 3 people. You think so? I don't know about that. We're talking about extremes. They're pretty hard. I think we tried to do one once with 4 of us and we failed. Check the document. Oh, yeah, I suppose that's the way to know. Gotta check the spreadsheet. Good old Mount spreadsheet. Where's the Mount spreadsheet? There's the Mount spreadsheet. As my hero Smith, I knew this very spot we encountered none of the next to the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain was my math I stood here for. Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nim Gigi, assistant to Professor Claudian. We work with the Ateoscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into the myriad mysteries. Some mysteries there are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies very conjecture. You have been to the centre of the star and far beyond it. However, we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you to lend us your well-travelled eye at Aporia. Professor Claudian will be eagerly waiting. Maybe 4 at 100, I mean, not at level, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of red. A lot of red. Admittedly, that is for soloing, not with the group, but... You mean the Guibas? Yeah. Yeah. That's like 70? I believe it's 80. It's 80. So with me being 90, that's only a 10 level difference. That's not really enough. Because I have all the horses, all the birds, and all the wolves. So it's the Guibas that I'm interested in, which is Shadowbringers. Which I believe is 80. Because Endwalker is 90 and Dawntrail is 100. I think 2 to 3 at 100 is viable. Fair enough. We'd have to work it out. I always talk about these things like we're actually going to do them. We never do, and we're especially not going to this week because Minecraft server's about to be launched. I hope. A 4th at 90 wouldn't hurt. Fair. I'll be crawling my way up to 100. You think I'd miss mount farming for Minecraft? Maybe. The group collectively probably would. If I logged on Saturday and was like, hey guys, you want to play FF? Everyone would probably be like, but we're playing Minecraft. And I will also probably be like, but I want to play Minecraft. Which is why I'm only speaking theoretically. I very confidently went down, but this is actually up, isn't it? Yeah, it's up. Right, after I've spoken to this NPC is probably where I will call it, because it is 5. The server is amazing, y'all. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Yeah, same. I will be trying to make the post for it tonight. I will not be posting the IP, even though I know that a lot of you already have access to it. The server is not opening today. It is opening tomorrow. Speed reading, speed reading. Cheese? Cheese! Oh! One of them! That's not just any crystal. I cannot give Kiss anymore. Aww. I'm either going to fuck off into the woods and come back with airships, or I'm moving with Spook and Stongors. I don't know what they've got planned. Obviously, we don't. I even said yesterday with Nerin and Den, I was like, I don't anticipate that everyone will want to live in town, and that's perfectly fine. I've even put a little note on the notice board to be like, hey, you can live out of town. That's perfectly fine. You can ask to be hooked up to the train system for convenience. Is it not working, or am I not redeeming anything? It seems like it's working. Maybe you use it too much. Maybe you did actually. Maybe you just spammed it so much that it clogged it. I don't know. Weird. Hi, girls! No, I unlocked it. I unlocked the next dungeon, but decided I didn't have enough time to do it, so I was like, oh, I'll just grab whatever this blue quest is. For 10 minutes. Don't get your hopes up. Don't worry about you're raining the night. What you need? It's fine. I was basically you were one of the people I was checking in to decide whether I was going to do the dungeon or not. I opted that no, I was not going to do the dungeon, which is why I'm now doing this instead. This cutscene is longer than I anticipated. There we go. Right, that's... Oh, there's a fat cat in here. Right, that's... Want me to hop on or... Nah, I'm literally going to sign off now. Now that I've done that quest, because it is past 5. Where? Are you going to be free next Thursday? Because I have a dungeon to do next Thursday. I have Aether Font unlocked. That's what I'll be doing first thing next Thursday. Just going to put that out there. If the chance might occur. Yeah. That's gonna be me. Ah. So, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Hope you all have a good time, whatever it is you decide to get up to. Minecraft server launches tomorrow. I'm sure everyone's very excited about that. And I don't really have anything else to say. I briefly mentioned earlier when Foe was here. Sunday stream might be a bit weird / may not happen. I need to talk to Spook about that. Because, yeah, I got to talk with like friends and people. Sunday's a bit up in the air. It might be a case of starting earlier to finish earlier. I don't know. So, we'll have to see. So yeah, Thursday is a little bit, Sunday is a bit up in the air at the moment. So, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be working on the kit bash in the day, and we'll be launching the Cobblemon server in the evening. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, I think that's it. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye!